Wacky Wednesday, everybody. How are we doing? We are back. This guy moving the chains, Sammy the Man McIntyre with Moving the Chains podcast. Hope we're doing well today. It is Wacky Wednesday. We're getting close to tomorrow. I'm doing my Raider reaction tonight. We got the Broncos playing the Raiders tomorrow. Oh, Jesus, I'm already bearing for embarrassment on Thursday Night Football in the altitude in Denver tomorrow. But let me start with this. And I want to get into also the Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams trades that went down, Colts, Cowboys. But let me start with this. So the Raiders had a bye week. They lost 31-0 against Chiefs, 95 yards. It's been discussed. I don't need to go over it anymore. I went off. And usually I wear my Stone Cold Steve Austin vest. Hell yeah, brother. Just finished watching SummerSlam 98 last night, Highway to Hell. One of my favorite matches of all time. I'm an old school wrestling fan now. Been like that for a year. So, but I want to say this. So the Raiders had a bye week. They came off, and they played the Jags at home. And I got to be honest, they didn't deserve to win that game. Not my opinion, they did not. I thought their defense was sloppy. I thought they weren't prepared. I just didn't. I didn't think they won. I didn't think they deserved to win, if you want my honest truth. I know they kept it close, and I know Brock Bowers was bailing Geno Smith out. It was great to have Brock Bowers back. God damn, that guy's a badass. Jesus. I mean, I was thinking on my way home tonight, he's probably one of the best tight ends I've ever seen. I am not joking. He's incredible. I mean, he's on my list with Jason Witten. If he goes on the arc that he's on. I'm not saying he's going to get into that top 10 or top 5 all time for me. But in terms of catching, move them all around, chess piece, team guy, selfless. He's everything you want in a player. High floors, what they call him in the scouting community. He's that guy. And he's fantastic. And just having him back just bolted this offense. Austin Gentry's getting going. Their offensive line's okay, not great. I still don't love it. And Geno played good enough. But he had the one fuck up you can't have. And I'm still wrapping my brain around. So, Jacksonville, it's like Lou Ramolino's defense, and I'll get to him in a minute with the Colts. But I was reading something tonight. I was going to do like a big, long, deep dive on Lou Ramolino's defense. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to bore you. I know I gave you guys enough information as it is. But what I saw was they changed it. So, pre-snap, they said, okay, we're going to go cover 3 coverage, right? Park the safeties in the ballpark, everything underneath, got it. And then, post-snap, they went cover 2. And Geno didn't know that? Geno, you've been in the league, what, 13 years? I mean, I know you backed up for a little bit, but you've seen a lot of football enough to know, okay, I got to change the play here. Besides that one screw-up, he played great until the end. And I'm sitting in my room, and I'm just, Geno, no. He had the guy wide open. He gets bad down, Raiders lose. It's just the life of a Raider fan. And 2-6, not what I expected. It was nice to beat New England. It was nice to beat Tennessee. Whatever. Had you beaten Jacksonville, you're 3-5. And then you go 3-6. So I'm like, okay, we're not in the playoff mix, but we're competitive. And I was proud of this with the Raiders. They were competitive in that game. That's what I got preached from Pete Carroll. Competitive, first year, not going to be great. Saw it in Seattle, saw it everywhere else, but it's going to get to fruition. But I've heard that before, and it's bitten me in the ass. And I think with Raider fans, including me in particular, I'm getting very tired of hearing that. It feels like deja vu all over again. And it's like the wheel of just annoying. That's what I feel like with the Raiders right now. And I know I saw a quote. Ryan McFadden covers the Raiders, I think ESPN.com. Credible guy, I'm sure. And he, Spy Tech talk back in April, like, it's going to be a 1-year plan. We're going to kind of slow pedal this. Not going to be a one quick fix. Okay. That's all fine and dandy. And I get we need to string together sustained success. That's been the Raiders' problem. I've known this for 30 years. But here's the thing. I'm all for that. That's fine. It's getting annoying and old. And I'm getting frustrated. I've got gray hairs. Okay, I'm only 27. Maybe it runs on my McIntyre pipeline. Who knows? But you got 10 picks because you just traded Jacoby Myers, who, if I'm being honest, I was not that shocked that he got traded. I was not. He was getting disgruntled. Brock Bowers is more the guy. Trey Tucker losing his role. I got it. It sucks because he's got the best hands I've ever seen a receiver have. I think he's like drop percentage like 1%. He's insane. But now he goes to Jacksonville to fill the role of Travis Hunter, with Goldilocks, which I still cannot believe he lost to that guy who doesn't love football. Pisses me off. That defense got shredded. And here's the other thing that I forgot to mention in that game. Why were you not adjusting? Like, why were you not? You were just sticking your same thing. I'm watching these defensive coaches. Mike McDonald, Seattle. Lou Anarumo, who I'll get to in a minute with the Colts. They're changing up on the fly all the time. Trying to get their guys in the best positions. What are we doing, Pete? Are you getting your guys in the best positions? The answer's no. You're playing like boo-boo. So, again, short week. You got to come prepared tomorrow night. Because this is our arch rival. You know what I want to do? I'm a Raider fan. I'm peeing on Denver. That's what I want to happen tomorrow. And if you do not come out with your hair on fire tomorrow night in Denver, in the altitude, in that mile high, which we're not expected to win, but darn it, I want to see a better effort. And if I see the same effort that I saw against Jacksonville, I'll be more impressed. But you got to win tomorrow. This is a rivalry game. This is one you get up for. It's 2 words. Bronco week. That's all. Now, back to my original point. They do have 10 draft picks. So that's the good thing for the Raiders. I'm looking ahead of it, big picture here. But I will say this. They better hit, and I was thinking about this driving home tonight. They better hit on about 8 of those. They have to. Because if John Schneider's vision is, or John Spytek, get the Johns, there's too many Johns GMing. Very common name. But my point is, if you do not, and I will say this again, you need to take a quarterback. Do whatever you got to do. Because Geno can ride it for only so long. I've seen enough. Geno is what he is. And I knew that coming in. But the picks he's throwing, I want to bang my head into a wall. You got to be better, dude. Got to be better. So, again, you got to draft one, Raiders. At some point or another, you got to face your fears. We drafted Jamarcus. We lived and slept in our bed. And we pissed in the bed. We laid in it. I got it. But it's different time. I keep going back to this. I have to face Mahomes, Andy Reid, Herbert, Harbaugh, and Bo Nix, Sean Payton. And Pete Carroll's a good coach. He's accomplished. But I got Geno. Girl away? Come on. We got to do better than that. So, I'm a little bit less mad about the Raiders this week. It is frustrating being 2-6. Maybe we can play Splitter tomorrow night. Who knows? I highly doubt it. But I'm hoping that's a better outcome. And we win. And I saw a throwback video today. This is what happens when you're a Raider fan and you're kind of in the dumps. Just go watch old throwbacks. Watch old throwback videos. And I was watching the 2004 when Kerry Collins was quarterback. It was 2 years removed from the Super Bowl. And we're playing in Denver it was a beautiful, and I mean beautiful snow game. If you guys get a chance, go watch it. 2004, Denver Broncos, Raiders in Denver, Monday Night Football. So Ronald Curry's one-handed snag. It's one of the best catches I've ever seen. Jerry Porter, he was kind of in the Gruden doghouse. He got drafted in 2000, was a special teams player, and then kind of got better. And then Gruden left, obviously, and then Callahan and blah, blah, blah. But he was a big body, big contested, physical. He had 3 touchdowns tonight and was abusing Champ Bailey, who's one of the best corners in my lifetime of all time. And that, to me, feels like the Raiders want to do that. They got to go into Denver and disrupt. Now, it's going to be a hard task. Denver's defense is no joke. That game last week, Denver, Houston, felt like a slobber knocker. That felt like NFC Championship game 2011 vibes. Both defenses littered with Pro Bowlers, littered with blue chip guys. 9 Ferraris in the garage. It was stupid how good that defenses were. Houston and Denver, not just one. Denver's is great, and Houston's is Top 5, but they got to get the offense right. So Raiders got to come play prepared tomorrow. And I'm holding hope for the Raiders in the draft. But it's just been a very frustrating year. And not what I expected in Pete Carroll's return to the NFL. So big news. Colts got Sauce Gardner, gave 2 first-round picks to the Jets and Adonai Mitchell. Let me dive into that. So I was kind of doing a deep dive tonight. I was reading an article. I think it was a Colts page on Facebook. It kind of popped up. Excuse me. And they was talking about Lou Anarumo. And to those who don't know, he was the Bengals defensive coordinator. Hey, Cincinnati, should have had him. I love how the Bengal fans were shitting on him. Oh, his defense has sucked. I don't know. You got rid of half the players. You know? He was a great defensive coordinator. He didn't have players. You're paying all Joe Burrow and all those guys. And I would pay Joe Burrow the money. But you got to spread it out, bro. Come on. So I didn't understand that. But I will say this with the Colts. They're having that F them picks mentality right now. Very much like the Rams. Let's go for the throat. We are right there. We're 8-2. We're going to win this division. Let's go. This defense is right there. They just need a corner. It's literally it. I've watched most of the Colts games this year. They need corners. That's it. Now, it's hard to find guys like Sauce Gardner. It's hard. There's not like many like him. There's not. And I understand he had a great rookie year. They let him play. They kind of stopped, letting him be physical, jam him down the end of the field, and he got penalties. I got it. But Lou Anarumo is a former defensive back at heart, and I believe he will get that coached up with that coaching staff in Indy, and he's going from a shit crap to a superstar. Because this team is stacked right now. They are loaded. I'm a fan of Chris Ballard. Wisconsin Badgers, baby, I'm rooting for you. Shane Steichen's done fantastic. This offensive line, it's still good. And listen, it's one game. I'm not going to jump the gun, okay? Pittsburgh Steelers, when they get their ears pinned back and they're humming, it's hard to stop that pass rush. They are very good. But that was a risky move by the Colts. That's a lot to give up for a corner. But if you believe you are right there to do it, you go all in. I am never going to say that was dumb. I'm for aggressive, chips in the middle of the table, go over the top. That's what you got to do. And the Colts feel like right now, they're in that window. Go shoot your shot and go do it. Because clearly, they're right there. And listen, he fits their scheme. It's a zone kind of scheme. He's not good to man-to-man. Can kind of line up. Now, he could do that. He could be a good man-to-man guy. He hasn't really shown it the last couple of years. But I will say, he gets in the right environment. That's all about this league is. Get the players in the right environment. Get them right. And I do believe that Sauce Gardner will be worth the investment for the Colts. And his deal is not, it's $120 million, 4 years, he signed with the Jets. Okay. But it's kind of adds up throughout the years, and they'll be fine. I'm not worried about the money. They're going to be okay. So that's my take on the Colts. Big swing by the Colts, but we will see if that move pans out. But for me right now, home run hit. Hopefully it adds up to them pushing it over the top and getting to a Super Bowl. In the crowded AFC. Kind of weird, watered down. Chiefs are kind of struggling. But AFC's kind of looking good. So the other move that I did see, but I didn't love, was Dallas. Because I believe the Cowboys, to me, they're not there. They're not on the Colts level in terms of ready to win. Okay? I think we saw that. It was very evident when they traded Micah Parsons, Green Bay Packers. They knew, let's get draft picks. Let's blow this thing up. Keep Dak. We got CeeDee Lamb, who, by the way, is a stud. Your offensive line's okay, not great. I love Javonte Williams. Other pieces are okay. George Pickens has his moments, but he's a shithead anywhere else. So now you just say, okay, with Dallas, get a bunch of picks, maybe trade down in the first round, get more picks, stockpile, make some trades, and then go get your guy. It could be a quarterback. I don't believe it is. I believe if I'm Dallas, I get everything defense in the draft. Load up on that. You can get offensive linemen later. Maybe it's getting weaker, but I would say right now, Dallas's focus should be on defense. And listen, I love Quinn Williams. I love him coming out of Alabama. I wanted the Raiders to take him. Jets took him. I'll never forget, I predicted those first 3 picks. Bang, 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 and I was right. Kyler 1, Bosa 2, Quinn Williams 3. There you go. And listen, he had his moments with the Jets. I get it hasn't been great, but the Jets, mainly organizationally, are just a crapshoot. They're like the Raiders East. I've been saying that. I said that last year. So, there you go. Quinn Williams gets in the right spot. Dallas got some pretty good front, but I'm not selling everything else. So just keep an eye on that. It's a lot to be, but I do believe the Jets are just blowing this thing up. Start over. Get Fernando Mendoza. Do something. And there you go. So that's all I want to talk about tonight. Raider reaction. I'm a little bit enthusiastically impressed by the Raiders. Still disappointed, but not like last week where I was just unloading. I gave you guys passion. You guys know that. So stay tuned throughout the week. I got my picks tomorrow night. I'll give you guys my reaction to the Raider game on Friday. Usually I wait a couple days, but I will give you guys my reaction to the post game from that game. And the good news is the Raiders don't have to play for 10 days, so I can kind of breathe a little, okay? So they're watching football, but can breathe a little. So stay tuned throughout the week. Oh, wacky Wednesday, baby. We are killing it. Curls for the girls. Got a killer pump today. Hope you guys are doing well. Adios. Godspeed.